Hi guys, today is February 15th, Friday, February 15th. I'm recording it for the next week. I guess it's 18th being a holiday, starting on Tuesday, which is 19th. So the first is S&P. S&P is still, has shown quite a bit of a resilience, and it is still trading about this, the first target zone between 1471 and 1509. So I am still expecting that S&P would actually move up. There is some talk of some type of a retracement in the markets, but I guess my next targets would be high-end targets would be 15, 51, and 55. That's the next price cluster here. That is also 100% of the AB range. So for today, it only fell about point and a half, and in fact, Dow actually closed up about 8 points. So I guess let's move on to the gold, which is which actually continued. The previously when ABC formed, my entry was at 1692. It was never triggered, so because of that reason I completely waited for my positions, so I did not take any, and now gold seems to be continuing to break down. And so right now it's today I guess it traded below 1600 for briefly, and then it's now closed at 1610. So I guess let's wait and see. I guess right now there's no hurry to take a position in gold yet, so we'll wait and see next week how it works. So next is oil. Oil also actually traded today low. And I guess my target is still 98.8 and 102. That's what I'm expecting it to reach. And I guess the time is between 15th March, and that's what you're probably seeing it here on the time projections is here 15th March. So before that, I think we should be seeing oil trading between that 98 and 102. One of the other thing I guess some people ask me, so I thought that I would show you is I have a what I call this is a radar screen. Radar screen is of course part of the trade station, where you can actually enter any number of stocks, and then so I have here is the earnings dates, which I actually used a DLL supplied in trade session forums, and I used that DLL to actually get the dates and actually populate this radar screen here. And also I have quite a few other indicators, but here what I have is the ABC bullish patterns, where I scan through, so I can see how ABCs are forming in each of these stocks, and you can actually have any time frame, and you can have multiple instances of the same symbol. And then so here for example like I am looking at the S&P, and S&P retraced up to the 63%, and then it says that it's 61 bars since it's 63% happened, and then what is the entry is it the 1373, and the stops and targets. So these are the automatically populated, so I can enter any type of a stock, and then automatically it shows where is the current ABC is, and you can see this for both the bullish stocks and the bearish ABC setups also. So what I do is I actually link radar screen to the chart. So when I make a short list of stocks, because I actually go through about 150 stocks every day, and in that I pick up about between 10 and 20, 25, and today I actually for the weekend I picked up a little more. And so here I go through then, and then I link it, and then when I click on any of this symbol, it automatically populates into the chart. So that's how I actually be able to show it. So now for example here I'm actually looking at the QM, and then next is the dollar. Dollar has a double bottom pattern, and here it's I guess the target range is between this 80 and 81.17, 80.69 and 81.17, and this is so of course the double bottoms also are detected by the ABC patterns too. So now let's look at another one called Aruba Networks, which is a symbol is ARUN, and this is the one which I'm kind of monitoring, and I know it did not retrace up to the the perfect 60% kind of a 62% range, but here it's showing it, and I'm also noticing that this Arun is actually, I mean, the Aruba networks is also in a inverse head and shoulder pattern. So far, it's not broken out yet. So I guess the neckline is something like a $23.20, and when it breaks out, we could probably try to take a position into it. And but I thought that I would at least show you. And here the next one I'm looking at it. I don't have a position in Baidu yet. I think they did have they did not meet their earnings, and that's the reason the stock fell. But it is now forming an ABC pattern. This itself is not automatically buy yet. We definitely need to see the price action above the EL level, the entry level, which is about 96.65. I would almost think that it's 97, maybe a buy level. So it needs to probably show some type of a reversal from this price, so that way we can actually start taking into it. But I thought that I would show you that. Next one is I have actually taken position into Brocade already. Brocade did have earnings just I think on February 14th, that was yesterday. So my targets on this is between 6.5 and 6.7, or sorry, $7. So the 6.5 and $7 is the one which I'm expecting it. And the next one is the Broadcom. Broadcom, as I talked about it quite a few sessions ago, and I also spoke a couple of days ago too. I think the idea is that now Broadcom came back and is trading above the 200 period moving average within the ABC. So now I'm thinking this is going to continue to its at least the minimum is 35 to 36 and a half. That would be the first target zone. This one I don't have a position. It's a Chinese oil company. suriNotes is the name, and here what's happening is it actually has an ABC pattern, pretty decent. It's like a close to 61.8%, and now it's actually today it's triggering about the EL level. I don't have a position, but I think, and I'm planning to see if I can take this, but right now I just don't have it. And then let's see, the next one is a Coinstar. Coinstar is interesting because I think I've been speaking this for quite a few weeks. This has a inverse head and shoulder pattern and also ABC bullish pattern, and it's broken above this 200 period moving average and also EL level, and now it's trading above the EL level, and today it fell about $2.50. But I think, and I am thinking that I still don't have a position yet, but I am actually considering to take it next week. I think maybe if I can get it about the same, about even at the 53.5, maybe it's probably the best bet. Let's look at the next one is a CVX. I guess the CVX probably the same type of a reaction as the oil, which fell. Oil fell about I think at one point it fell $1.50. So today I guess it reached its first target zone, and now CVX actually fell about 86 cents today. Next is the Google. Google is now trading in its first target zone, which is 770 and 807. So the entry into it is about 660, and it's almost like $110 and $130 is the target, and that's a pretty good targets for this. And I think today also it went up by the end of the day. Let's look at next one is the Garmin. Garmin, I have positions, and Garmin, it's now trading above this 38, 39 entry level, and Garmin, I guess the earnings are coming on February 20th, which is next week. So I guess the first target zone would be 41 to 42, and that's where I'll be expecting for the targets to reach. In fact, it did trade almost I think at one point 80 cents up today, but I guess by the end of the day it kind of retraced it back to it, and it only closed about 7 cents. And now let's look at next one. This is the HDFC Bank, which is kind of showing a trigger. I don't have a position yet, but I think I'm going to be monitoring on Tuesday. Next one is the IMAX. I've been talking about this for quite some time, and this has an ABC bullish pattern triggered about $21, and it actually traded completely above its first target zone. The next target zones are between 26.80 and 28.5, and that's what I'm actually expecting it to reach is the targets. Next one is the Nordstrom. Nordstrom was up today, and I guess this target is 58.8 and $60. 60.5 is the targets for Nordstrom. And let's look at Monster. This is again, it's fantastic because I think this is one of the perfect ABC bullish pattern, and this is where it really stayed in this range before triggering the EL for a really long time. And today is the first day it actually triggered it. It went up by 3.25, and I think it's trading about $51. So the earnings are again on February 21. And so I guess we will wait and see how this is going to come, and then the targets are 56.5 and 59.5 is the targets for the Monster Energy. Next one is the Nvidia. They already had released their earnings. I think just the last few days ago, and the targets I'm expecting for Nvidia is to reach between this 13.5, and I guess it's 13.25 and 13.5, and that would be the first target zone. Now let's look at SanDisk. This is the one I traded quite a few times, I guess, but I really didn't capture the entire move. But I just wanted to show you that now it's close above its first target zone. So I guess we may see some type of a retracement, but I think the targets probably will be next one would be 54 and 58 or even higher for SanDisk. Next one is Target. This stock actually fell quite a bit in the afternoon because of the Walmart's news, I think. So today it fell about $1.34, and I do have positions in Target, and I am actually expecting it to reach the 64 and $66 range. But I guess today it fell about $1.50 at one point. Next one, this one was in my list of stocks to monitor it yesterday. I don't have a position. I have traded TIBCO in the past, but TIBCO now actually traded quite high today. I think it was at one point it was close to $1 up, and it is now although it's in 20 to 17, I guess one point it was above the EL level. So I guess I just only captured this trade yesterday. And now let's look at another one is at Tiffany's. Tiffany's again is showing strength in ABC. So I guess the target. I think it already reached its first target is 66 to 69, but now it's showing again strength. So if it goes back and retrades in this zone, what I think that it will probably continue even higher. The next one is this is called Tata Motors from India. This is it's actually showing a strength above this. This is on the upper quadrant of it, quite a bit above the mid-fib band, and the EL is actually about 28 and 28 and 3/4. So this is something which I'll be monitoring. I don't have a position in this also. And the last one I want to show is the Xilinx. Xilinx, I do have positions, and then I guess today it traded 33 cents down, but actually yesterday it went up by close to like 80-90 cents, and I guess my targets in Xilinx would be between $39 and $41. That's it for now, guys, and I will post on I guess Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.